I'm Gary Streigler, and I want to share with you a trick that I have used several times when I was building the doors that we've been talking about, but there's lots of applications for this trick also. Sometimes when you've got a board, something you need to cut that's a little wider than you can cut with a miter saw, you could make a sled, and I hope someday that we're going to make a video on making a sled for your table saw too, but I've also got a really simple way of making this cut, and this is, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch I square, something like that. This piece of plywood has a little groove in it, and from this edge to right there is 1 inch. I start out by lowering the blade on a table saw to about 1/8 inch, and I just ran this piece through, so I've got about 1/8 inch deep curve. Now this table saw, the table saw is set to cut 1 inch deep, and from the fence over to right there is exactly 1 inch, which is what it is from this edge to right there. I've taken this piece and I made a little pencil mark around the corner that I can see. Now what I want to do is simply just going to lay this piece right on top and take a couple headless pins. I just want to line up that little groove that I made with the pencil mark. Let's go ahead there. All right. And 2 headless pins should be enough for this. Now all I've got to do, and you could do, I've still got a good inch, so you could do this trick even with an 1.5 inch thick piece if you want to. So I'm going to turn on the saw. Here's that wedge-shaped waist piece, and we cut right down that mark that we made. So all I've got to do is pop this off. I'm just going to take a set of pliers, and you always, when you're trying to get rid of a headless pin, you want to wiggle it back and forth so it breaks off below the surface, so I can use this board again. Of course, I could make this longer if I needed to, but the trick is, once I know where this saw kerf is, if I run the edge of it against this fence, I'm going to get exactly that cut. And that really helped me when I was working on that door, because that top rail was a good bit wider than I could possibly cut with my slide saw. So that's one of my favorite table saw tricks I've just picked up recently, and hopefully it'll be something you think is pretty easy to use too.